Hello, my friends. How are you today? I am good. I'm excited. We are getting ready to go do some running around and thought I would just pop on here. It's a little bit early. I know I'm supposed to start at 3:30. Starting just a little bit early, but I figure you can come in and catch up. So right now I'm putting down some cypress. I've been doing all kinds of talking, pretty much all day the last 3 days. I've been talking and chit-chatting in groups and Zooms and in person. We've had some really fun evenings getting together with people. And Cypress is amazing because it really helps. I just put it right over my throat and it really helps so I can chit-chat and talk better. So grab you some Cypress. It's an amazing one if you don't already have it. To me, it smells like when you have a Christmas tree and it's been a little bit, it's like January and it's still up. That's what Cypress reminds me of, a weaker Christmas tree. So just come on in, introduce yourself, tell me who you are, tell me where you're calling in from. It's been fun seeing people from all over the world popping in there. So I like seeing that. It makes me all kinds of happy. I'm also going to put on wintergreen. I think probably every time I chat with you guys, I'm grabbing my wintergreen. I have it everywhere I go. It's just one that it heats up, and I love that warming sensation that happens with my wintergreen. So I like to rub that on. And wintergreen is in lots of things, like say your deep relief, which is really good for just rubbing on your little sensitive areas when you're tight. And it's in our Cool Azul, like our Cool Azul pain cream. Wintergreen is one of the active ingredients that you have in there. And I just love that warming sensation. I love that feeling. And then I'm going to throw on peppermint. I still have a little bit of that peppermint I found in the bottom of my purse, that old, seeing all the different old labels. So this is one of those. It's got that really sharp note of peppermint, nice and hot. Oh, I love it. Such a good minty aroma. So today, we are going to be talking about energizing your life. So, getting that energy back. Like you see those kids bouncing off the walls and have all this energy to do all these different things. That's what we are going to be talking about is how do we get that energy back? Because for most of us, we are exhausted from the time we wake up until the time we go to bed and we lay down, we're like, oh, finally. And then we wake up and we're still just as tired. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the things that are causing that for us. So one of the big things, and I know nobody wants to hear it, but listen, you need to know that all of the negative garbage that we are looking at on social media, that we are watching the news and we are so uptight and over just like that over all the negative stuff going on, because we all have separate opinions on what is true, what is right, what is good, all those things. But we're not focusing on that. Instead, we're getting angry at everything that is going wrong. And when that is feeding in all the time, it changes your body's own energy and you draw more of it, you see more of it. Actually, the algorithm on things like Facebook, when you click on a link, it will bring more things like that to your feed. So if you're like, man, everybody's talking about blah, 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 it's probably because you're clicking on those things and you're encouraging that to be a part of your feed. So if that has been your truth for a while, start clicking on other stuff. So looking up other stuff, clicking on other people's good things. And what you'll find is your feed will begin to change. And I want you to understand that's how it works um, in your life in general. We get what we focus on. So all of those negative things, if you're just surrounded with hatred and anger and all the things, part of the way we change that is our thoughts. And I've been talking in lots of the classes that we've been doing this past week about getting into an attitude of gratitude. And that attitude of gratitude starts first thing in the morning. And for some of us, it's a really hard thing to do, but starting your day by listing things you're grateful for. And I know for some of you, when I said that, you rolled your eyes already or you're ready to click off, but just give me a minute. Just let's focus on this for just a second. When I first started doing it, it was when I was so sick. So I had several years before we knew that I had a problem with my heart valve, and I was fatigued constantly. I had zero energy. I couldn't think. I was super. I wasn't even. You couldn't depend on me for anything. So I would have plans to go do something, help something, teach, whatever. And it just depended on how my body felt at the time, whether or not I could physically go through with it. And I was getting very sad. And I'm like, God, why is this happening to me? And I'm like, listing all these things that were wrong, feeling like I'm punishing myself over and over again. So I was listening to some motivational speaker at the time. I don't remember which one it was. And he was talking about taking 5 to 10 minutes in the morning every day before you do anything and listing all the things you are grateful for. And I did the same thing as you. I rolled my eyes and I'm like, fine. So he suggested starting with yourself first. So, what are you grateful for? Well, there's lots of things I wasn't grateful for. My health, the scar right here, the open heart surgery, not so much grateful for that. But I am grateful that they had the knowledge to be able to go in there. They stopped everything in my body from working. They took my heart, they replaced valves, and I am alive today because of that knowledge. I am so grateful that that knowledge exists because, hello, I wouldn't even be here. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for my eyes. I think I've got beautiful eyes. I'm grateful for my nose. So I couldn't say I'm grateful for my big fat belly because I'm not so much grateful for that, right? But I can find the things I am grateful for. So I really encourage you to do the same thing. Think about the things you like. And maybe today all you can say is, you know what? I got a cute pinky. I'm happy with my pinky. That's okay. Start there because once you start doing it, instead of standing in the mirror and picking apart everything, like where did that wrinkle come from? I never had a chin hair. Y'all could have told me I had a chin hair all day long. Those are the things we see, and that's what we focus on. So we see more and more flaws. But when you switch it and you start saying, what are you grateful for? I am grateful I have hair. I know lots of people that have cancer that have lost their hair through the process. I thank God I have my hair because it makes me feel good about me. So those are things I'm grateful for. So he said 5 minutes. So you start with you, then you go outside. So then it's my spouse. I list everything for Brian that I'm grateful for. Does he do everything perfectly perfect in every way? No, he's not Mary Stinkin' Poppins, but I'm grateful for. And then I start listing the things I'm grateful for. And then I go to my children. Again, are they perfect? No, but I focus on all the things that they're doing that I'm so grateful for. I'm grateful that they're healthy. I'm grateful they're alive. I'm grateful I've got this beautiful granddaughter. I'm grateful I get to see her all the time. I'm grateful that my kids like me and I like my kids. I'm grateful that my kids like each other. So those things, just throwing them out there because it changes your frequency. It changes what is drawn to you. And then I go outside my family and I'm thankful for my business. I've got a business I love. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy teaching. I'm so grateful that for a living I get to teach. Like this is something I enjoy doing. I'm so grateful that I like my oils. I like my supplements. I like my juice. I'm so grateful for a company who I can stand behind. So I list all the things I'm super grateful for with my business. And then I go politics, things outside of it. I'm grateful for the community that we live in. I'm grateful that they're doing some work at the end of our road so that we're going to have, be able to use our roads and not bounce up and down. So I'm grateful that I've got amazing neighbors. Like I never have any issues with my neighbors. So many little things. So get yourself and start making a list. And if you can't just list it off like that, because I couldn't in the beginning, y'all. I couldn't do a very long time at all. It was very difficult because we don't think of all the things we are blessed with. We think about the things we don't have, like, oh, I can't believe they're doing work on my road again. So I'm so grateful they're doing work so that my roads are going to be amazing and great. So I'm just saying, if you get in that attitude, and I know right now you guys are going, I thought this was going to be about energy and focus, but I'm telling you right now, all that negative stuff, it drains us. We feel overwhelmed. There's too much. It feels heavy. But we can start to change that. So if you start your day with 5 minutes, or you feel like you're getting the moodies, crankies, everything is hitting you in the middle of the day, start saying 3 or 4 things you're thankful for. It can be under your breath because you might not want to do it in the middle of work. Or like a lot of my friends that we've been chatting with, they do a thinking, what's it called? A journal. So they write down the things they're thankful for every day. Just they write down a few things that they are thankful for. So you might want to try that. You might see your energy go up just a little bit doing that. Other things that drain our energy, sitting around and not moving. We are a society now that we sit when we're at work, we sit when we come home, we're on the phone, we're sitting, we don't get together and do things anymore. Especially right now with the lockdown, we are a lot less mobile. And our bodies were created to get up and move. We were created for stuff. I tell you guys all the time, even when I was in the wheelchair, I would bounce. because that lymphatic movement, moving that, it helps. It changes our heart rate. And there are studies that say that just breathing, just deep breathing and doing breathing exercises for 10 to 15 minutes a day works as well as an antidepressant. Hello, I'm not telling you to go off your antidepressant. I'm saying, what if you incorporated 15 minutes of those great breathing? And I don't need to go over breathing exercises. There's a ton of videos. You can just Google breathing exercises and you will find so many different ones. So what if for you, you did 5 minutes 3 times a day of breathing? So you set your timer to go off while you're at work and then you just and it's a nice deep breathing. You will feel more energized after that. That deep breathing gets the heart beating, gets the blood pumping. The word aerobics literally means, translates into in oxygen. So those are some things that, again, this doesn't cost you anything. This is being thankful, doing some breathing, get up and do some moving. Now we can fit in 5 minutes 3 times a day or 15 minutes at one time if you're capable, or if you're not capable, 1 or 2 minutes every hour, it adds up. That's what I had to do when I first started getting out of the wheelchair. I couldn't do long distance. So I do 1 or 2 minutes every hour. I'm just saying there's things you can do. And then another one, and I know you guys know it's coming, dehydration. So our cells, we were created to drink water. Lots of water, lots of times. We need water. I'm just saying, we need a lot of water. So I personally tell people all the time, plan half your body weight in ounces of water plus 20. And what you'll find is that hydration gives you a little bit more energy. Sometimes that tired and that fatigue that we have going on is simply your body saying, ugh, there's not enough water. I can't do anything else. A lot of times headaches, people get headaches and it's dehydration. So I'm not saying always it's headaches, but what if some water helps? So if you're not used to drinking water, we have things like these electrolyte drops that you can put in your water. It will give it some nice flavor for you. You can put just straight essential oils in your water. So you could do something like the Citrus Fresh Vitality. You could put our Spearmint Vitality. Those are both ones that really energize anyways, and you can put those directly in your water. And it gives it that flavor, so you'll drink more of it. So, and this is one of those, set a timer. Have a little timer on your phone. You know you're near it anyways, where it goes off every 10 minutes, and you just take a sip. You don't have to drink for an hour. Just take a sip and get in the habit of giving yourself water. See if that doesn't lift up some of your energy, because those are things that can do it. And then, of course, high sugary foods. Like, we all know that. Do you know that if you drink a regular 20-ounce soda, that will shut your immune system down for up to 5 hours? So one soda, because of the amount of sugar that's in there, it will shut your immune system down. Right now, in today's world, we need to be doing things to lift our immune system, not things that will depress it. But that sugar raises you up, and then you have this huge dip afterwards. In that dip, that energy, it goes down, you feel fatigued, all those things. You can eliminate that by keeping that sugar stable. And those are all, everything I just said are things we all know it, but we don't really own it. So make a list of the things. And if you are saying, okay, I do this, I do this, I do this, no wonder I'm tired, and you adjust some of it, you up your water a little bit, you cut down on some of the sugary drinks, you make sure that you're eating um, a well-rounded meal. So you're eating from the rainbow of fruits and vegetables. You're getting some good proteins in there, some good fats. When your fats are too low, you're not bringing in fats, your brain thrives on fat. So that can be some of the things that are happening as well. But I also want to tell you a few things with just nutrition. So iron is a real important thing. So make sure you're having that checked. That's something I have anemia because of the leukemia. So it's something that I deal with on a regular basis. So making sure your iron levels are healthy. That's blood work that you can have your doctor do. So if this is something that's been ongoing, ask to get some blood work done. You can also get that test done for around 20 bucks on your own so that you can see where you are on the different things. So check into that one. And then another one that I want to talk about is we talked about the rainbow of fruits and vegetables. This is our NingXia Red. And the main thing that I ever tell people about is our NingXia Red is all about the energy. This helps us from having that dip that happens in the afternoon, 2 to 4, you're tired, you want to take a nap, or that dip that happens after you eat. This is a great one to add to that. If you're getting that dip after you eat, throw some enzymes in with your food, because what happens is your body is suddenly having to digest the food and it doesn't have time to do everything else, so it kind of shuts it down and it goes to digest. If you start throwing some enzymes in there, then your body can have the enzymes to help it digest the food. So you can throw some enzymes in. But NingXia Red, like if you did 2 ounces of this in the morning, 2 ounces again in that mid-afternoon time, you're going to find a boost to your energy. You're also going to find a boost to your clarity, your thought process. This is going to help with that. And again, like I said, it's great for what it does for the immune system. It's those reds, veggies that you're getting in there and fruits you're getting in there that are amazing. The next one I want to tell you about, oh, is nitro. Nitro is a godsend when it comes to getting that boost of energy back. On the container itself, it says that it is all about cognitive health, and you'll get a bunch of the little tubes is what you get. You get 14 in here. And this one right here, it does have a tiny bit of caffeine. It's like 42 milligrams of caffeine that comes from the green tea that is in here and from the chocolate essential oil that is in here. But 42 milligrams, so is the equivalent of drinking a cup of hot tea. So it's not a huge amount of caffeine. So that's not what gives you the boost. What gives you the boost is all the other ingredients that we have in here. So when you drink this nitro, it's like a jump start to your energy again. All about the nutrients, all about the parts and pieces. And then it has some bonus stuff in here. One of the things that is in here is D-ribose, which is what they use on the Olympic teams to help them to be able to regenerate and reboost so that they're ready to work out 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, so they can give it all they got. And that's part of what is in here. You also have that chocolate essential oil in here that we talked about. And the cool thing with the chocolate essential oil is that in addition to that little bit of caffeine we're talking about, it has theobromine, which helps to negate some of that caffeine being absorbed. So you're not even getting that full 42 milligrams, but you are getting the added benefits of first, chocolate flavor. Hello, it's delicious. But you're also able to get so much energy from there. We also have vanilla essential oil that is in here. It's we have that also in Stress Away, the vanilla essential oil, and that helps with appetite. The aroma of vanilla helps us with appetite. So it's kind of a bonus on there. You can take it in the afternoon, you'll see some good things happening. This one and this one come in a kit. So if you're brand new and you're just watching this, I want you to know we have an amazing kit and it will run you around $30 a month. So it's like $135 to get started, and you get 2 bottles of NingXia Red. You get a 30-pack of singles, so you can take them with you, and you get your nitro. And it works out to around $30 a week to help get that energy going. And you're spending that on sodas and other, candy bars, things. This is a great way to get that nutrition in, work on your immune system, get some of that energy already happening from there. So the other ones I want to mention, these we're just going to do nice and quick because I've already hit my 15-minute mark. I try to stay at less than 30 minutes. So this is our Super B. Super B is an amazing, amazing product that I always tease that I could do like a 2-day seminar just on vitamin Bs. But let me tell you, vitamin Bs think energy. So energy. So if somebody goes to their doctor, they'll run the blood work and they'll see if they're low in B12, and they'll do B12 shots because B12 helps with energy, right? That's one of the things they just automatically do. But truthfully, we need all of the vitamin Bs. There's several different ones, and they all work different ways, but all of them work on our ATP production and energy. So they help us to have that energy. They help with the good mood, the cognitive thoughts, so many different things. It's and this to me is like one of those no-brainers. It's around $20 for your Super B, and you can take these with food, without food. If you end up with a little hot rash called a niacin flush when you take it the first time, it's just your body going through and opening up all those veins and getting the blood moving, and it will go away in just half hour, 45 minutes. So if that happens to you, go ahead and take it with food. But most people can take two, no problem, with food or without food. The other one is multi-greens. So multi-greens, I tell you all the time. We need a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. Well, multi-greens is that evergreen thing. So it's getting the chlorophyll. So your mitochondria inside every single cell in your body, you have something called a mitochondria, and they feed on chlorophyll. Like that's their juice, their go juice. And our multi-greens has that go juice in there for your mitochondria. Your mitochondria is how we burn fuel for energy. So when that's not functioning right, you're not going to have that boost of energy. So this just helps all of your body parts and your mitochondria and your energy to stay where it's supposed to. So you can read on the back. You can also do a little bit of research on all of the good things in here. It also has some iodine because it has kelp in there, and kelp works as an iodine, which also helps with energy. It feeds our thyroid because your thyroid is in charge of your energy. So we've got another product other than iodine, and that is our thyromin. So our thyromin is food for the thyroid. It just gives a little TLC, a little boost so that our thyroid can be about the business of doing its thing. So it can kick out all of the good juice that we're supposed to have so we have energy. So a lot of times we're doing different things, but we have this right here, our beautiful hormone, our thyroid and our adrenals. They work for that energy we're supposed to have. And this right here is food for it. The directions are directly on the back. It's super easy to take. So that's when you might want to check and see what's happening for you, where your little puzzle piece needs to be filled in. So because we eat different foods and we have different environments, something might not be quite up to par for you, but it might be great for your neighbor. So everybody has different things. Try stuff, research, see which ones work for you. And then I'm going to throw Amino Wise out here. Now, Amino Wise isn't like, oh, it's energy. But Amino Wise helps with all of our electrolyte balance. And electrolytes are huge important. If your sodium levels go down and you don't have enough sodium, you will get headaches, you will feel fatigue, you will have confusion. Like if it gets really bad, you have to go to the hospital and they have to do IVs for you. Now, most people nowadays, because all of our processed foods have so much sodium, that's not a problem. But because a lot of people are going healthy and natural and they're upping their water and they're doing fresh vegetables, but we've been told to be afraid of sodium, some healthy people actually get low in their sodium because they're not replacing it, even though they're drinking all the water and they're making all the changes. So something you can do is something like our Amino Wise. It gives that base. In here, you've got sodium, you've got potassium, you've got magnesium. Those are all things that help with your electrolytes so that we have that normal energy we're supposed to have. Amino Wise also has in here all of those amino acids that your body needs. So it has your branch chain amino acids, which are so important. Anybody that's exercising and working out and doing all the things, we know how important the branch chain amino acids are to get back into the diet. But then it also has things like your other amino acids that help with our body to kick out things like L-dopamine. It kicks out what are some of the other ones? Serotonin, because they're precursors to those neurotransmitters, which are the things that let us enjoy the process. They help with that thought process, and that is our amazing Amino Wise. And this, y'all, this tastes delicious. You can mix this in with your NingXia Red. You can throw some sulfur in there too, and just have that as a great drink that you sip on all afternoon. Do that twice a day. You'll see some really good things. You can also just add this straight to water. So you can put it in your water cup. You know, I said that for those of you that are used to sugary drinks, you could do your Amino Wise in your water, shake that up, and drink that a couple of times a day. So you're getting your electrolytes in there when you're doing it. And I want to just pop on a couple of oils that I want to talk about. Endoflex is an amazing oil. So this comes in a regular red label. It also comes in the white vitality line. And with the white label, I just like to take it. So you can see all this oil I dribbled on me earlier today. Anyways, I take my Endoflex and I like to rub it all in this area right here. And then my Endoflex Vitality, I just put a couple drops under my tongue. And that helps with giving that little boost. When I do that under my tongue, it gives that boost of energy. and I rub it, and it's a beautiful aroma. If you've not played with this one or experienced it before, this one will wake you up. It will help give you clarity. If you're driving, it's late at night, this one is going to help keep you awake. But the cool thing is you'll be able to come lay down and go right to sleep. So it's not like drinking a cup of coffee to stay awake on that drive. This one is just perfect for having to stay awake. It's also great for all my friends who are homeschooling now and they've got to get that focus going for their kids. Diffuse this one in the house. This one is going to be able to help with that focus and clarity and getting things done and not having, again, that afternoon drag, because it happens to our kids as well. So the Endoflex helps with that. Then we got Energy, right? It says it right on the bottle. And this one, I would do the same thing. I would take that, sprinkle it all over my neck area right here, hit that little heart up my neck, and then I would take a couple of drops and I would put it here, and then I would put a drop both sides of my head, and then I'm going to take it onto my brainstem. So you just reach behind your neck and where your skull actually has that indent, and you'll feel that ridge. You can put some of that energy, and you can take it on your thumbs because your brain is on your thumbs. That's a whole nother class. You can also slap it on your feet every single day. Energy is amazing. Again, these are aromas that just smell good, but they wake us up and they let us focus. They let us think. They let us have that clarity. They help take the chaos and the fuzz that we experience in everyday life, and they help to rinse that right out. Then this one, I actually printed out the label of everything that's in it because we don't think about it very often. But this is the Kid Sense Genius. So I'm going to put it real close so y'all can see. This is genius. And we all think about our kids' oils is just for kids, probably because we call them our kids' oils. But this beautiful blend is about the brain and thought and clarity, right? So again, you could partner this if you're homeschooling or not, or going to school. This is going to help your kids to be able to think and focus and remember things. But it's also going to help you to think and focus and remember things. I want to give you the list. So in this oil, you have high energy oils, high vibration frequency oils. So the first one is sacred frankincense, blue cypress, cedarwood, Idaho blue spruce, Palo Santo, Melissa, Northern Lights black spruce, bergamot, myrrh, vetiver, geranium, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, ylang ylang, hyssop, coriander, and rose. All in this beautiful little bottle. This is an amazing addition. Y'all, you need to put a little roll on with it, rub it on, and then Young Living just released an entire collection of all of the Kid Sense oils that are in little roll-ons already ready to go. And if you're brand new and you're just looking, we also have a kit that is all of the Kid Sense oils with a gorgeous little diffuser, and that is only $135, which if you bought them separately, that's a $300 kit that you are getting for less than 50% off. So anyways, those are all available. That's all my quickies on it. Sorry, I went a little bit long, but I wanted you to be able to get that focus happening. And we will see you next week. If you have any questions, please post them over in the comments, and I will make sure that I go in and answer those questions. Make sure if you want to get started, get back with the person that sent you the video. If you happen to find the video because you were just Googling and you found me, my contact information is over in the description. All right, guys, God bless. Have a great day.